Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Techno Talks here. So in today's video, we're going to be checking out the newly released iPhone 13 Pro Max. So I got my hands on it today. I actually went for a pickup. Unfortunately, Apple doesn't send these to me. It's pretty normal. However, I did get it on the day that everyone else got it. And so now let's go ahead and check this device out. So there are some key improvements that they made this year, mainly being the camera, battery, and also the display. So those three have major improvements, and those were some improvements that I was actually looking forward to and have been wanting for a while now. So let's go ahead and begin. First up, let's check out our box. Pretty plain, simple. Like last year's as well, we get the iPhone 13 Pro's image right here, and we also have the Sierra Blue version in front of me. So it looks pretty nice overall. We do get the black box again with the Pro versions, and we get the normal white box with the normal variants. So it says iPhone on the left, and then it says iPhone on the right side, Apple logo down here, Apple logo up here, which is pretty normal. So in the back, we can see that it says iPhone 13 Pro right there, and then it should give us the amount of storage that I actually got. I guess not, but I did get the 128 gigabyte variant right here. So this year they actually don't have the plastic wrapper that you would usually get on your iPhone boxes. I guess this is a way of saving the earth. This is what they do call it, and I guess there's another step forward to that. So let's go ahead and begin. We get two little pull tabs right here. These two green pull tabs, we just pull them, boom, and one more right here, boom, and that's about it. So now let's go ahead and check the phone out. So let me go ahead and pull this off, shake it off, boom. So nothing on this side. We do get a cutout for the camera, and I can already tell that this camera is pretty big. They've made some improvements, and that's the reason why the camera is pretty big now. So let me go ahead and put that to the side, take our phone out, and already this is looking beautiful. I didn't get the chance to actually check them out at the Apple store yet, the different colors, but right now in front of me, this actually looks really nice. And personally, this is probably one of my favorite colors so far from the iPhone lineup. So let me go ahead and put this to the side as well and check the inside. So we don't get much. Again, we do get our charging cable, which I already have, so I'll just go ahead and keep that in there. And then we also get some stickers, I'm guessing. So our SIM ejection tool, manual right here, which nobody needs, and we also get an Apple sticker. So the Apple sticker is white, and I believe it's white for all of the colors. So it would be nice if they actually changed up the Apple sticker color for each different color that you got, but I guess that is okay. Personally, I haven't used them at all so far, but it would be nice to see that. So now that we're done with all of that, let's go ahead and plop this to the side as well and check out the phone. So we have this paper wrapper on top of it. So let's go ahead and pull this off. 3, 2, 1. Boom, and here we have the phone. So we have some major improvements in those three categories, and I will be talking about them right now. So our camera definitely has an improvement. Let me go ahead and show you guys my 12 Pro right next to it. So as you can see right here, this is my 12 Pro, and you can already tell that this camera is huge. So compared to the 12 Pro, which already had a pretty big camera, the 13 Pro has a huge camera. So this already just implies that we got tons of camera upgrades, because what happens is that bigger camera basically means better quality pictures and stuff. So let's go ahead and plop this phone to the side and check out some of the other things. So our cameras are all going to be 12 megapixels. However, they do have a wider aperture, and they do take in more light. So supposedly during their nighttime shots, we should get better quality nighttime shots and overall better picture quality, because it can take in more light and it can also take in more detail. So that is pretty nice to know. So let's go ahead and turn this on and also talk about the battery. So we do have a bump up in battery. We should get more battery life with this new 13 Pro Max, and the battery size on this is going to be 3095 milliamp hours. So that's around like a 400 milliamp increase from last year's. And here we have our phone. And one other major thing that I really did want on the new iPhones is going to be 120 hertz display. So now we get 120 hertz capable display, and this display can actually go down to 10 hertz. So this is an adaptive display, and this will actually help with a lot of battery saving, since it is really nice that it'll actually bring it down when you don't need it and when some apps don't support it. So one other thing is going to be that with 60 hertz, if you have 60 hertz enabled, it'll still go down to 10 hertz. So even with the 60 hertz mode, you're still going to be saving a whole bunch more battery life since it's adaptive as well. So that's overall a really nice upgrade that I was actually looking forward to. Next thing that I will talk about is going to be the notch. So if you can't already tell, we have a way smaller notch. So let me go ahead and bring this up closer. Right there, we have a smaller notch. It is a little taller, so it's a little wider. However, it's overall a lot smaller, and it's given us more screen real estate. One thing I was looking forward to would be to have the battery percentage shown now, since that we have this smaller notch. However, that is not the case. We're still not able to see the battery percentage, and you're not able to enable it in settings either. I guess that's not too big of a disappointment. If you've been using an iPhone for a long time, you're probably already used to it, and it should probably not be an issue. So I can already tell just from this screen right here, the setup screen, the 120 hertz display is beautiful. So Apple's iPhones were already smooth enough when compared to, let's say, my S21. When I was using my iPhone 12 Pro, I didn't see too many issues with this, since it was already smooth enough and it already felt really smooth. The 60 hertz display was perfectly fine. I was perfectly used to it, and I had no issues with it. But now that we get a 120 hertz display, brand new chip, and all of the upgrades and improvements that we've had, we're probably going to have an even smoother experience, which is just going to make this overall a better phone in basically all aspects. So those were the key upgrades, and now let's go ahead and set this phone up. So I'll go ahead and set it up real quick, and I will go ahead and get back to y'all in just a second. Okay, so I finally got it set up. Didn't take too long. I just went ahead and went through the process. I directly transferred it from my iPhone 12 Pro, so it only took like 5 minutes for everything to get transferred. The only thing I had to wait for was all the apps to actually download onto the device. So now let's go ahead and begin and check out this device. So already when I was just going through the setup and everything, I noticed the the 120 hertz display is just beautiful. It is really smooth. It's silky smooth. And let me go ahead and get my iPhone 12 Pro here just to show you guys. I'm not sure if the camera can pick this up, however, I can definitely tell, and if you go ahead and pick one up, you can probably tell how much better this 120 hertz display is. So it makes the overall just feeling of the phone a whole bunch better. It's a lot faster, a lot smoother, and overall it's just a lot better phone. So let's go ahead and talk about the specs real quick. So first up, we get 6 gigabytes of RAM again, which is perfectly fine. Last year, I didn't have any issues with it. All my apps were kept open, and this year, I believe it will be the same thing. So we also get the brand new Apple A15 Bionic chipset, and from what I've seen, I watched a couple videos where there were Geekbench tests done. I believe there was like a 60% improvement, which is huge. So I will actually go ahead and run a Geekbench score in my next video where I compare this to the 12 Pro. However, from what I've seen so far, this is looking like a huge improvement. So we still do get a 6.1 inch display. However, it is a 120 hertz display now, plus it is a brighter screen. We also get the 12 megapixel camera. So all of these are 12 megapixels. However, they do have a larger sensor, which allows a lot more light to get in, as I talked about in the first part. And I will actually be showing those new camera features that we actually got this year with the iPhone 12, the iPhone 13 Pro. So we get another selfie camera, and the selfie camera is going to be 12 megapixels as well. So I feel like Apple has just done the best with the 12 megapixel cameras at this point, and hopefully next year we will get a higher megapixel count, and they will actually make the cameras a lot better next year as well. So let's go ahead and begin. First up, I'd like to show you guys the 120 hertz display. So all you got to do to actually check this out is go into your settings, and you will actually go to general, and then you will go to accessibility, if I can find it. 1 second. Okay, so you will go to accessibility and then you will click motion. So right here we have motion, and this will actually show you how to reduce it. So it's automatically set at 120 hertz display, the adaptive 120 hertz, and you can actually reduce this to 60 hertz right here. After you turn it on, let me go ahead and so actually it's called limit frame rate. So right here, so limit frame rate, it limits it to 60 hertz, and this 60 hertz is adaptive as well. So anyone wondering, you can definitely tell that it's a lot worse like this. However, if you do want to save battery, which shouldn't be an issue with these new devices. So I have watched a couple videos already on the battery life, and one I would actually recommend is going to be a video by Mr. Who's the Boss, and he just released this video. He's already compared it to last year's iPhone 12 and iPhone 11 as well, the year before, and honestly the devices were really good and they performed really well. So now let's go into our camera, which is the main section. So already we can see this thing right here. So photographic styles, personalize the look of your photos by bringing your preferences. So let's go ahead and choose style, and we can see that we get this different setting right here. So it says standard, rich contrast, vibrant, warm, and cool. So you're able to actually choose these, and you can change these later on as well, but I definitely look forward to these. So this is actually really nice that we get this, because if you guys know, iPhones actually take really good pictures. However, when you're actually looking at it, the human brain, I guess, actually perceives brighter colors a lot better, and they actually, and personally it's a preference of mine as well. So when I take a picture with my S21, I usually always like those pictures more when compared to my 12 Pro. Even though the 12 Pro looks a lot more realistic, the S21 just has a lot more vibrant colors when taking the picture, which is a personal opinion, and some people might actually like the standard. But I will definitely be checking these out. I will definitely be using vibrant mode mainly, or maybe even rich contrast. So let's go ahead and keep it on standard for now. And so we are on standard now. So let's go to our video settings. We get 4K 60 as well, nothing new over there, but we do get a new cinematic mode. So cinematic mode will actually change focus based on the subjects that actually go in. It'll actually take in the sound and everything, and it's just a cool video shooting mode, but it is limited at 1080p. So that's actually a kind of a disappointment. However, I guess that is what you get with this new mode. So we get our slow-mo again. Slow-mo, not too many, basically no changes to it, which is pretty normal because not a lot of people use slow-mo. Before, slow-mo used to be the thing. People were looking for upgrades on it. However, now they don't have too many. So we do get a new a new zoom. So we get a 3x zoom instead of the 2.5x zoom, which is nice to know. I did really like the 2x zoom. However, I will have to test this out and see how well it performs. And then we also get our portrait, which is at 3x zoom as well. So you might have to move a little further away when taking these shots. However, I don't feel like it'll be a big issue. So again, we have our selfie camera right here. We get all the normal settings. So cinematic mode, we can have it on our selfie camera as well. I don't know how many people will use it, but we do have that option. So overall, this phone is a pretty nice upgrade from the 12 Pro. Would I honestly recommend this upgrade? Maybe if you really do care about those features and you use your phone like a normal camera and you take a lot of pictures, a lot of video, then yeah, definitely you can go for it. But since the 12 Pro and 13 Pro overall in general use case and daily use case, there aren't too many big differences in that aspect, then I really wouldn't recommend it unless you really do want to get it. So that's basically gonna wrap it up for this video. This is my 13 Pro first impressions basically and unboxing video. I will be releasing a new video really soon comparing it to my iPhone 12 Pro right here, and I hope you guys stay tuned for that one. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really supports the channel, and see you in the next one.